Happy Sunday, friends. God, I was watching one of my videos. Someone suggested I get a gimbal or a thing to hold, because look at this. It's true, when I'm walking and talking to you all, my camera shakes around. Sorry, just giving you the dizzies. Well, look away and just listen. Just listen up. Anyways, Sunday. I am heading down toward the Vessel and Hudson Yards to meet a friend, to go see a performance and an exhibition at The Shed, which is a new big performance space. Look it up. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a video. Shut up. Dogs. Maybe I'll do a video about that later. I don't know. So anyways, it's so exciting, as I've been saying, with Broadway coming back. Now, Phantom, where I worked for 4 years, that's a whole other... Ooh, I got stories on that, but not now. Whew. A show that has been running for 32 years, and some people that have been doing the same thing for 32 years. I wonder how they'll be with a year and 3/4 off. The same. Anyways, they're coming back, and a friend of mine's going into the show, so seeing it from her eyes and watching her experience it has been really lovely. She posted, yesterday was the first day that the orchestra was in, and she got to hear them and see them and do what she says she likes to go sit down in the front row and just watch them play, which is beautiful and heartfelt. And here comes an ambulance. I'm glad I'm not in that ambulance. So of course, her lovely heartfelt post, I had to take the piss out of it and say, fun fact, as I understand it, several of the orchestra members spent the entire pandemic in that orchestra pit because 32 years later, they don't know how to get the fuck back out of that pit. But I'm bummed. Anyway, look at this building, the reflection of the clouds on this building. Isn't that gorgeous? I did that just for you. You're welcome. So anyway, I thought today maybe we should talk about stage management in a Broadway theater. Stage management is more or less mom and dad. They are in charge of the day-to-day running of the performance of the show. So they will be the folks that will get the ins and outs every day when actors call in saying, I'm sick, I'm not going to come in tonight, and then determine which understudy will go on for them or which swing will be going on for the ensemble, how that will play out. If there are enough people out that we have to do split tracks, which we've talked about, having to combine some sections of ensemble. They have worked out the paperwork on how those things cut up and break down. And sometimes that has to happen like last minute. We've never had this kind of split before, so we're making it up today of like, well, this is what the split's gonna be. That's stage management. They are also going to be running rehearsals for the understudies whenever those happen. And when a new actor goes in, that one of them will be off-site rehearsing this new person before they bring them into the theater to then rehearse them into the show. So that's all on stage management. Once the director has left, there may very well be a resident director who's on hand, not infrequently, to keep track of the show and keep it on target. But the day-to-day, that is on stage management. Now, some of them are really good at keeping the original intention of the director and choreographer. Not choreographer, that's the dance captain, that's an entire other, but the direction of the show. And some of them are like not. I mean, you're not the director, you don't know how to direct. So trying to keep the show in balance the way the director, because it is natural for actors doing the same thing over and over to start to slide and slightly change intention and slightly change blocking and slightly change, or in a lot of cases, improve upon what the director intended, because they're so smart. So stage manager is in charge of keeping the show what it was on opening night, or should be. So that's all on them. Also a liaison with other departments, coming downstairs to say to wardrobe, heads up, we're going to be putting this person in to this track next week. Do they have clothes? Blah, blah, blah. Fielding any of that day-to-day stuff. What else can I tell you? Because when it comes to the understudies, I think we've talked about this. Sure. Every principal role has 2 understudies for the most part. Now, in a lot of shows, there'll also be a standby, which is different. Say, like in Wicked, I'm pretty sure I'm right, both Alphaba and Galinda have a standby, a person that is only hired to go on for those individuals. Whereas an understudy is likely in the show, either in the ensemble or maybe in a supporting principal role, to then bump up into the principal role as needed. So first would be the standby going on, then the covers, the understudies. So stage management then also determines keeping those understudies and swings and standbys rehearsed, and also then determining he went on last time, so he's going to go on this time. Also, like say if an actor has a vacation coming up for a week, they will very likely put the two covers, like you'll do the first 4, he'll do the other 4, just to divvy up. Now some shows are like they always put that guy on, the other one is never going on. That happens too, for various reasons. But that's all determined by stage management. So there's an update on the stage managers and what they're up to. And they also, no, we haven't gotten into the whole, they call the show. So they've got the prompt, the book, which has every cue. Now, on a play, you might have just a couple of stage managers. On a musical, you have at least 3 or 4 every day. Because you've got one who is sitting at the stage manager desk with monitors. They see the show from the front of the show. They probably have a camera from above you if blackout, so when people clear the stage in a blackout, they can see in infrared what's happening before they say move the scenery. They've got the eyes on the show. Also, you will have a stage manager hanging out on stage left and a stage manager hanging out on stage right in the day-to-day trafficking of what's going on, okay? I'm gonna pause here because I'm waiting for a friend who's not here yet. So I'm gonna pause by this construction site. I'm over here by the shops at Hudson Yard now. Anyways, so the stage manager calling the show, now that is the big script that has every light cue, every sound cue, every cue. So they're gonna sit there and like, ready Q7, Q7 go. Ready Q8, Q8 go. Ready sound 7, sound 7 go. I mean, they're calling every single thing that happens all night in the show. Calling the lights up, lights down, set move, set don't move, all of it. They've got the eyes on the script. And the stage managers left and right, with flashlights always, they're watching as scenery is clearing, they're watching as actors are moving, they're watching no one's about to get themselves run over. And also then there's a show report every night. There is the show report of anything that happened that night. Who was on, who covered what, who was out, who was on vacation. There's a show report every night. If there's an accident, it's in the show report. If there was any unusual anything, here's my friend, any unusual anything is in the show report. One example of show report that I'm going to shut up. When Liza Minnelli did Victor Victoria, she was a mess at the time. She was playing opposite Tony Roberts. He had enough of her on stage, so one night he called out sick, and in the show report it says he called out with influenza with a Z. Oh, all right, there you go, bye.